Hey folks, and welcome back to StarCraft 2 Custom Campaigns. This time it is StarCraft 2 Odyssey. And this is my third time saying it, because, well, first time, technical difficulty, second time I was unprepared. As in, it was just like, you know, it was like Gandhi was on the list of people who could have made this, because I certainly had no idea. And the person who made it was Cooper Hawkins Odyssey over on SC2 Mapster. This is something I actually have played through before, to a certain point. A few more extra maps have come out, though 13 and 14 aren't yet released. Though hopefully they will be soon. The one issue is that in 3.13, Blizzard broke cameras, basically, in custom maps, so they may be a little janky, and as such, Mission 13 is being delayed. But that won't be relevant to us for a while now, because we have to go through the rest of these. So yes, this is going to take a while, and I'm going to try these on Brutal. All of them. I tried it before on Brutal, and I was only able to get up to level 4. And before I had to drop down to Hard. Because Brutal lives up to its name. But, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. If I can't do it, I can't do it. And, you know, that's the COV. But we'll have to wait and see. Ooh, that's a lot. I have no issue with it, it's just I was expecting less, basically. History of the Cardaean Quadrant. Gonna be honest, some of those letters are kind of hard to read, both in the stylization and the just the colors in the background. I know there's something about the screen, the screen here is just awkward to read. It's like either the supernova in the background being annoying or the green text. Not sure. Departing from Earth, thousands of Terrans constituted the second Exodus, about 10 years after the exile of the dissidents who would come to crash land on the Kapuru sector. Basically, where the rest of StarCraft take place. The first Exodus were the consisted of dissidents who later on, you know, bring about Raynor and co. You know. The members of the second Exodus eventually arrived at the Cardaean Quadrant, where they started expanding and thriving, colonizing the Earth-like planet of Parsa and declaring it the capital world. The quadrant became theirs. Over the decades, backwater planets and moons became increasingly aggravated with the burgeoning taxations employed by the commerce guilds of Parsa. Unable to sustain those taxations, the colonists abandoned the Parsan collective and settled on remote and poor systems where Parsa had no interests. There, they took the name Exodean clans. The Parsan government, shaken by the sudden loss of manpower on outlying planets, deployed massive funding into research divisions. Such allowed. Should there be a comma there? I'm nitpicking, I know, but such allowed for the creation of a new artificial intelligence capable of self-learning, far more advanced than the average adjutant. Built into man-like androids, later called synthetics, the outlying planets were populated with them to serve as Parsa's workforce. As artificial minds were evolved upon with the passing generations, eventually the Series 3 began to show signs of free will, being capable of choosing to ignore orders given by humans. The Parsan collective, afraid of a possible synthetic rebellion, amassed all its military power under control of the 7 highest-ranking admirals and generals, unofficially named the Steel Council. The massive power of the Parsan military became known as a Federation of Warfare, a force to be reckoned with. To their surprise, the synthetics did not wish ill upon humanity, and instead chose to leave Parsan-controlled space, much like the Exodean clans had done decades before. They were never heard from again. Fearing that they would one day change their minds or the possibility of invasion by the Exodean clans, Parsa kept expanding the Federation of Warfare and forbade the research into artificial intelligence, and even the use of adjutants. As decades went by, Parsa outgrew itself in power and economy, but also in greed. The unforgivable event later named the Empowering Strife, led the Federation warfare into detaching itself from Parsa, declaring independence under command of Admiral Cassius Rourke, who took the mantle of Grand Marshal, head of the Steel Council and Supreme Commander of the Federation. There's full stops there, but I think there should be a comma there just before head, and that should be. You might still get to capitalize it because it's a title, but that should be a comma. Should be able to capitalize those as Supreme Commander is a title. I'm not sure. I don't typically, have to worry about Supreme, Supreme Commanders, The Parson Collective, aware of the threat the Federation posed, began sinking its economy into buying the loyalty of some of the Federation's divisions and commanders, and even hiring mercenary armies from the ex-Dean clans. The two forces clashed, and the Empowering Wars lasted for 5 years, ending with the troubled invasion but eventual fall of Parsa at the post-war peace treaty of 2490. It was determined that surviving Parsons would be restricted to their crumbled homeworld in an agreement that the Federation would never set foot there again. Will never again set foot there. As the Federation warfare became the unchallenged power in the Gradane Quadrant, 10 years peace flourished. On 23rd of March 2500, the miners of Panaduros Tree began a rebellion against the Federation warfare for the deplorable conditions they were set to work in. Now, less than 48 hours later, the peacekeeping battlecruisers Heimdall and Pegasus arrive at the planet with orders to restore control. And that's where we pick up, with Hell's Rejects. Which sounds like, kind of badass, and like, they're so bad, not even Hell wants them. It could be spun another way, like, too good for Hell, but it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work that way. Also, kind of makes me think of Heaven's Devils. So, and funky music. Okay, some of this is repeat, but I'll still read it. Act 1, Mission 1, Hell's Rejects. It is currently the year 2500 for the Terrans of the Gradane Quadrant, the descendants of the millions who left Old Earth and the Second Exodus almost 3 centuries ago. Peace has flourished as 10 years have gone by since the Empowering Wars ended. At its culmination, the Federation of Warfare achieved superiority over the Parsian tyranny, taking hold of the outlying mining planets and seizing the resources of the known Terran space in the quadrant. Recently, workers on the mining operations of Duros 3 have begun uprisings against the underpaid conditions that the Federation command has bestowed upon them. The underpaid conditions? That phrasing could work. Just haven't heard it before. Conflicts erupt all across the planet against Federation forces, mainly in Barksville, a small town where rebellion is believed to have started. To answer the threats, the Federation has ordered the battlecruisers Heimdall and Pegasus in to intervene and prevent the rebellion from escalating. The Heimdall's Marine Ground Forces, codenamed Hell's Rejects, under command of Captain Jared Harsh, have been sent down to the planet's surface to rendezvous with Tyrene Stryker, captain of the Soulless Ravens. When Commander Harsh prompts it, using cover spots will reduce damage taken by your units and slightly increase their attack range. Use them. Seriously, if you don't use them, you will die. Also, at least unless this change has been made, I don't remember you ever getting to use a shredder turret. But when I first played through the map by myself, it was one way. When I later recorded it for Yi, it was another. Like an extra bit had been added that wasn't in the original iteration. So, for all I know, an extra bit has been added here. Or I'm just forgetting a bit. Certainly that didn't happen the first time round, with the extra bit being added in. I would remember that, but maybe there's some small stage that I'm just forgetting. But, yeah. Let me just fix my headset. Brutal. I will try and get through the whole thing on Brutal. I mightn't be able to pull it off, though. So be prepared for me dropping down to hard. Like I said, it lives up to its title of Brutal. Act 1, Requiem for Duros 3. There might be an Act 2, there might be more beyond that, but it's kind of up in the air right now. Until Act 1 is finished, then they can work it out. Hell's Rejects, Barksville Mining Complex, A12-Planet Duros 3/Dargot System, 1:43 local time. Ooh, actually had enough time there. Brilliant. Didn't think I would be able to. Hopefully the audio levels are fine. I'm worried the music is built out. Burger Town, where freedom fries. Ah, God, that's terrible. And I mean that in a good way. Like, you know, the worst puns are the terrible ones, or the best puns are the terrible ones. Yeah. I love this music. It's again StarCraft 1 music. I'm just playing it safe, because there is like possibly custom music in this. Well, there seems to be custom music in it, and I want to play it safe. I don't want to get fucked over by, you know, copyright. Welcome to Duros 3, people. Keep your eyes open and stay tight. Command says these rebels don't have access to heavy weaponry. Easy on the triggers. Don't forget we still have civilians here. Most of the planet's personnel is getting out of Dodge. Nothing like a Federation incursion to empty a planet. Indeed. And it's quite understandable they will want to get the fuck out. Stray boat. Let their ships be. Our flybys will deal with them. I remember a couple survived World War II and got accidentally killed by the celebration bullets. They fired in the air, bullet went straight, killed them both. We have our own deal. Let's find where the hell is Striker something. Move out. Didn't get read that there, but you can read it yourself. But yes, some old couple man survived World War II, ended up catching a straight bullet and, you know, biting the dust, to put it crudely. Duros 3 is the third planet of the Dargot system and the 16th mining planet under the Federation of Warfare's control. Having been colonized a little over 7 years ago, most of the planet's surface remains untouched by Terrans, to the exception of hundreds of mining operation sites and industrial sectors. While that sounds like a lot, if it's a big planet, it's probably nothing. Like they said, most of the surface is untouched. So if the planet's big enough, they could have, you know, hundreds, thousands, but still would mostly untouched. Nothing more than a Barksville Mining Complex A12. Nothing more than a small town with miners' residences and a pub. You'll find it. This is like there's a small town with houses and a pub. Nothing else. Well, that's what I'm choosing to believe. It must be Irish. Barksville is nonetheless the location where the first aggression against Federation soldiers was registered. Federation Command has deemed the ground zero of the rebellion, and the landing bay close to its north makes it strategically important to secure. New unit, Captain Jared Harsh. Jared Harsh stands as the captain of the Hell's Rejects, assigned to battlecruiser Heimdall as its marine ground forces. Born on the second colony of Valdium to a couple of terraforming engineers, they moved to the prospecting planet AT-103 at his younger age. Again, to critique it, at his younger age, that's a phrasing I haven't heard before. It might work, it could just be a saying I never heard of. There's plenty. The English language is an annoyingly varied thing. For example, to take a slightly different tact, you know the word augment. You would think it could be, you know, something more serious, like you're augmenting a thing, like cybernetics or whatever. That can be as little as, you know, getting a tattoo. You could argue like you're augmenting your body with a tattoo. You're adding to it. You know, the word can be used quite varied. So, you know, that's the English language for it. Well, maybe that is a phrase. It just seems off to me because I've never heard it before, but outside of this. So it might be a typo, or it could just be a usage I've never heard before, a phrase I've never heard before. Becoming an orphan soon after, during the Powering Strife, he later joined the Federation Warfare to fight the Parisian Collective. Having received several medals of valor, he has refused numerous promotions to remain a captain and fight alongside his friend, Tyreen Stryker. The Marine Ground Forces, Hell's Rejects. I don't think I've read this. The Marine Ground Forces comprise the infantry battalions and armor divisions aboard a battlecruiser to conduct incursions on planet surfaces. The Hell's Rejects were amassed 2 years after the ended Powering Wars to serve the battlecruiser Heimdall under leadership of Captain Jared Harsh.
Break it down.
Let us just take a quick look here to see, has anything else shot itself? I fixed that. Hopefully I don't have to do it every time. Get rid of that. I'll assume everything else here. Ooh, gameplay. Enable. Yeah, everything seems fine. Oh, show alerts, definitely. And why would you want to have a simple command card? It just feels like too dumbed down for me.
Count on me.
Congresswoman, the Federation is here. Get inside, quick. Seems not everyone has joined the rebellion. Good. Quick, let's kill them. Real men, drill deep. Oh, doggies.
Sounds like a plan.
Doggies. It's way too quiet in
Count
here.
on me. Raiders roll.
Kill it. I was a bit slow in reacting there. Lost two.
Sounds like
Ambush. Take them down. They're using our combat suits.
Raiders
Score 0 for intel.
roll. You can count on me. Title man.
Seems like the grunts who are stationed here put up a fight.
You can count on me. Title man. Sounds like
Oh
a plan.
Christ. Let's not just wander right into them.
What's the plan?
Wonder how the different difficulties change things.
Break it
I'm a
down.
little nervous doing brutal, but I'll give it a try. I'm just thinking. Sorry, that was a bit of a non sequitur. Do wonder how the different difficulties change things. And as a side point to that, I'm a bit nervous of doing brutal because I've tried it before and it's very difficult, as you'd expect. I'm just giving it a try because someone actually in the comments asked me to. So I'm afraid I don't remember your name, but they asked me on the original video, the first one of the original Odyssey playthrough. So I'm going to give it a try. If I have to, I will drop down to hard, but I'll give it a good old try first.
Kick ass. Raiders roll.
Having them focus fire is the best way of doing things.
Give them some pep.
There we go. Kill it. Kill it.
Sounds like a plan.
They better have medics up here.
Title man.
Oh,
Count on me.
El Souza? Some like it hot.
Title man. Charging.
Okay, kill it. Oh, he's got pretty good range. 6, 5. Yeah,
What's up?
why can't everyone have his gun?
Break it down. Kick ass.
Like, seriously, this would be so much easier if everyone had his gun.
Sell me.
Damn it, I'm down to 2 guys. Well, 3 guys.
Sounds like a plan.
Christ. I may have to drop down to hard on this mission. Christ. I think they have stepped up the difficulty. Cooper stepped up the difficulty of it. Medic. Oh god. Well, the beast of Stradborough has come to serve the glorious Federation. Fucking glitch! What damn glory? Those bastards deserve having to deal with this crap. Treating miners like slaves isn't right. I hear you, brother, but these rebels are piling up bodies. That's how a revolution usually works, Jared. We'll deal with it, don't you worry. Surveillance from Pegasus shows their likely operation center is somewhere to the north. Fucking glitch.
What's up? You can count on me.
Tyreen Stryker is the captain of the Souls Ravens, assigned to their battlecruiser Pegasus. Having been born on Condry, he moved with his family to the uncolonized planet AT/103 at a young age. Becoming a childhood friend of Jared Harsh on that planet, Tyreen... Oh, really? Same planet? I thought he went to 102. Tyreen also lost his family during Powering Strife, including his 2 younger sisters. Holding an enormous hatred for the Parisians, became known as the Beast of Stradborough for his heroic actions in the invasion of the capital world of Parsa. Led by the Beast of Stradborough himself, the Souls Ravens are known to be a fearsome bunch. Under Captain Tyreen Stryker, they've served the battlecruiser Pegasus flawlessly for nearly 10 years.
Time to man up. Sounds like a plan.
not exactly,
Raiders roll.
sounds like rough weather ahead.
Sounds like a plan.